Hi guys, it's Liz Delaporta, your health coach, and I just wanted to welcome you to this month's Food of the Month. I will be introducing a one-pot chicken quinoa dish this month. I found this recipe, I thought it was a little unique. I love trying new things ever since the pandemic. I've been really cooking up a lot of different things. My family's been really eating a lot healthier. We've been saving a lot of money by not eating out. So here's how I organize a new recipe. Before I go food shopping, I go through my cabinets, make sure I have the spices and anything that is required in the recipe. And if I don't, I put it on my grocery list. One easy tip that I like in terms of putting my grocery list together is I go usually to the same supermarket every week and I know what is in each aisle. So I will organize the ingredients that I need by the aisle. So I will put it in order so I'm not missing anything, so I'm more efficient. Another tip to being efficient is food prep, because usually the prep takes a lot of time. So we're going to talk about how to prep this meal ahead of time. So I've washed all my vegetables that I need and I have all my ingredients lined up and organized, so I'm not going through my cabinet that's a complete disaster with all my spices. And I'm going to chop everything up right now with you guys. So I've washed my pound of broccoli and I'm just going to finely chop it up. So I finally chopped up my broccoli, and just a little fun fact about me is I used to be completely intimidated by cooking. My skills were horrendous, but through this pandemic, I've really learned to enjoy cooking. Sometimes we get into the dilemma of actually forgetting an ingredient, and please don't sweat it because I absolutely don't. This recipe called for 2 large red bell peppers, but I had these little ones, and I thought I also wanted to add different colors to my meal because it does give you different nutrients. So I'm going to actually add some orange peppers and some yellow peppers. Check out these vibrant colors. This will make the meal so tasty and so nutritious. So now I'm going to coarsely chop up these peppers. And so now I'm going to preheat my pan, which is supposed to be a deep skillet. So I don't own a deep skillet, so I'm going to fudge it. I'm going to add my olive oil to coat the pan or the skillet. I'm going to swirl the oil around. The other thing this recipe called for was some garlic. And I actually buy the pre-minced garlic. It's just easier to me, so I'm going to grab my pre-minced garlic. Notice how I fudge the recipe. So this calls for 3 large garlic cloves. So in the minced garlic, it's 1.5 teaspoons. So I'm going to add it in there. Broccoli and bell pepper. So I put everything into a bowl, just easier to throw in there. The garlic cook a little bit. And I'm going to add in my broccoli and bell pepper and I'm going to add a half a teaspoon of my cumin. Calls for a quarter teaspoon of salt. I'm just going to use my shaker. I don't have the patience. Add a little bit of pepper. Woo, having a great time here. And I'm going to add a little pinch of my red pepper because I love red pepper. I don't know if my family will appreciate me, but it does raise the metabolism. So now I'm going to cook this for 5 minutes, stirring occasionally. Got my little timer on. I can get easily distracted, so I always use my timer because I will easily burn something because I have attention issues and I'll get distracted and go off and do something else. So I'm going to try to keep myself right on top of this thing. Okay, now I am chopping up my medium onion. It's kind of not medium, it's kind of large, but we'll go with the we'll go with the large. Actually, I changed my mind. I went with 3/4 of the onion because it does seem a bit much. So I am going to kind of follow the directions a little. Here's another place I went wrong. Was I was supposed to have 1 shredded carrot, which I don't have a large carrot. So I'm just going to kind of eye what a carrot would look like. And I'm not going to shred it because I don't want to shred my knuckles. So I'm going to cut this up finely. Here are my finely diced baby carrots. I'm going to throw them in with my onions, and now I'm going to saute them. So once again, I'm adding some olive oil to my pan. I'm heating it up, and I'm going to saute my carrots and my onions together. And I'm going to do this for about 3 minutes. So once again, I'm going to set my timer. Now I'm going to clean and cut my chicken up. So I'm going to get all this fat off and any kind of things that don't look appealing. And I'm going to just chop it right up. Okay, so my chicken's all chopped off. I got all the fat and any kind of like veiny looking things off of it. I'm going to add my chicken to my onion and carrot mixture. I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of oregano. Half a teaspoon of my cumin. Once again, I never use this spice, so this should make things a little interesting. I'm on a new kick, trying new things. I'm going to set my timer for 3 minutes, and I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper. I love pepper. Add a little bit more of the red pepper flakes. And we'll cook this for 3 minutes. Okay, so remember I told you I don't have a deep skillet. Well, now I'm gonna have to. I had to break out a big pot. We gotta improvise. So I'm gonna blend my quinoa with my chicken broth. So I added my 1.5 cups of quinoa, and now I'm gonna add my 3 cups of chicken broth. chef. What a chef I am. So now I've got my quinoa and my 1.5 cups of quinoa and my 3 cups of chicken broth. And I'm going to boil it, and then I'm going to simmer it for 20 minutes. Now I just finely chopped a 1/4 cup of parsley, and I'm going to add it to the couscous mixture. And voila, we have a nutritious, well-balanced meal. And look at how much food this made. So you have enough for your entire family, and you can also give some to your neighbor or your friends. So I hope this has helped you to find a new recipe, and I will keep seeking out further recipes for you. If I can do it, anyone can do it. Trust me.